Welcome to AR Rhythm Learning Module 3, Recovery Notes, copyright 2020 by Recurve Innovations. Recovery notes are added to individual claims to indicate the reason or reasons that the claim has not been paid, the actions the AR biller has taken to recover the claim, and the results of those actions. For resolved claims, the recovery note indicates why the claim was moved to its final state. Let's take a closer look at the process for adding recovery notes by logging into AR Rhythm and navigating to the CLV. Click on the Claim Summary dashboard name. Click on the Expand icon. Double-click on the value in the new column for Test Manager. This action launches a filtered view of the CLV containing the new claims assigned to Test Manager on the US Doc account. Scrolling to the right reveals the Notes column. In the CLV, a recovery note is added by double-clicking in the Note column for the selected claim. This action launches a recovery note text box, and the user is prompted to add a recovery note. Enter a recovery note. After entering the recovery note, click Next. After the user enters a recovery note and clicks Next, the user is prompted to change the denial and action codes. If the claim was active prior to adding the recovery note, then the user may select No to this prompt. If the claim was new prior to adding the recovery note, then the user must select Yes to this question in order to record the recovery note and transition the claim to an active state. Otherwise, if the user clicks No to this prompt, the recovery note is discarded and the claim remains in a new state. Let's click No and make note of the results. You can see that the claim remained in a new state, the DLT was not updated, and the note was not recorded. Let's try again to add a recovery note to ticket 129285 and transition it to an active state by double-clicking in the recovery note column. Add a new recovery note. Once the recovery note is added, click Next. Click Yes to update the action and denial codes. Click the pull-down menu arrow. Choose a denial code that corresponds to the reason that the claim has not been paid by the insurance company. Click OK. Click on the pull-down menu arrow. Click on an action code that corresponds to the action taken by the AR biller to recover the claim. Click OK. Click Close. Observe that the state has been updated to active. The denial code and action codes have been updated. The DLT has been set, and the recovery note has been recorded and is displayed in the CLV. Let's add a recovery note to an active claim. We'll start by clearing all filters. We will add a recovery note to the active claim with ticket number 125982. Before we add the note, notice that the DLT is 12/20/2019. Let's double-click on the Notes column to add the new recovery note. Type in the new recovery note. Click Next. Because this was an active claim, it is not necessary to update the status and denial codes in order to record the note. Let's go ahead and click No. Click Close to record the note. Notice that both the DLT and the recovery note for ticket 125982 have been updated. Let's double-click on the ticket number so that we can see the claim detail view and note the recording of the notes in both the Notes section of the CDV and in the transaction log. This is the claim detail view for ticket number 125982. Using the scroll bar on the right side of the screen, we can scroll down to see the notes section and the transaction log of the CDV. The action of adding a new recovery note is recorded in both the notes section and the transaction history of the CDV. To return to the CLV, click the Close Details button. One final comment about notes. If a user is in manager mode when a note is added, the note will be recorded as a manager note. Manager notes have the following characteristics. 1. They do not appear in the CLV. 2. They do not update the DLT. 3. They are not included in exported CSV files. 4. They are highlighted in green in the notes section of the CDV. And 5. They cannot be used to transition a claim from a new to an active state. Let's put the CLV in manager mode and add a manager note. Double-click in the Notes section of ticket 127330. Add a manager note. Click Next. When asked to modify or update the codes, click No. Click Close to record the manager note. To see the manager note in the CDV, double-click the ticket number. This is the CDV for ticket 127330. Notice that the manager note has been added in both the notes and transaction history sections, and that in the notes section, the manager note is highlighted in green. Click on the Close Details button to return to the CLV. Observe that the state for ticket 127330 is still new, and that the note does not appear in the CLV. Let's return to the dashboard page and log out of AR Rhythm. This concludes the Recovery Note Learning module of AR Rhythm. Thank you for taking the time to review this module. If you have any questions, please send them to questions@arrhythm.com. Until next time.